Real life.
Donald. Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Looking through, and really the biggest thing that's taking everything is AMC. They had a nice little movie weekend, and things are going well for them. They are definitely a larger float. I just want to see what they're gonna do out of the open. Right now, they're hovering right on $6. If we look at the daily chart for them, the daily chart isn't just a killer right now, because right now all they did was gapped up here to right at the $6. And I don't really know what this is going to be at the six. Is this going to be support, resistance? With all of the good news, you would think it will be a good thing, and it will go ahead and explode like it did last time. What's up, Lori? Yeah, what are you thinking about AMC? You thinking it's going to continue to rip over six, bounce off of six here, and continue to rip up, or do you think this is false? What's up, Jimmy? What y'all thinking about AMC? Up 35%, 31 million shares traded on it. Got all the volume on the morning. That's what I was thinking too. So the people that were already in AMC, they knew it was a meme stock and they were kind of collecting low, you know, we'll see what kind of sell-off comes. Now, I mean, it did touch in pre-market, touched $9 or almost $9, 8.89, and it lost four whole dollars during pre-market, all the way back down, or well, like three or yeah, $3 down to six. But that's a pretty good bit of profit taking. So I would expect some buyers to come into this dip and maybe push it up, but it just having that higher float may close the range on it. If it does range out, it will surprise me. You know, a lot of these that do, they're unpredictable. Like you would think, oh, this is the breakout. And then it holds. This is the breakout. And then it holds. And then finally AMC explodes later on in the day. We've seen that before too. So, we'll see. Looking on the level twos over here, we can see there's a 10,000 share position at the 590s. We need to see bigger numbers in there. With this type of hype and all this, we need to see some pretty big sizes. 570 has 21,000 there on the tape, not the tape, the books. 550
Donald.
has 39,000.
Probably stay away. Large float.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. This might just be an observation day for meme stock. And then let's look on the bid over here. Not the bid. I just looked at the bid. Looking at the ask over here. 23,000 at 620s. So where's 620s? Where are the bigger numbers? Let's see. 35,000 at 650. So I'll go ahead and put that on there. because that's interesting. Pretty close too. Make that a white line. Okay. 650. There's a 33,000 at $7. And since I don't know what these are, I'm just gonna put them as white lines. $7. Let's go up a little bit further. 710 has a 27,000 share position. 710. Okay. Any other ones? Let's see. 19. Man, up here it's every 10 cents. Looks like 19,000, 15,000. Are there any bigger sizes? There's a 32 at 735. Okay. So pretty much, I mean, the supports really don't matter at this point because it's already down and it gapped down. So, there's a couple of levels out here that can be more of resistance than support. But it is hovering under that $6 quite nicely. 750, 65,000. Yeah, I think that's a little bit far. I don't know. I'm expecting maybe a possible try for a gap fill here. This little gap down back up to 7 and then a fail. But, that may not be the case. We'll see. Also, my other trades are still doing fairly well. BMR back up to 280, just consistently just holding this little level. I'm looking forward to go ahead and test up one of these days. But until it does, I'll just be holding that thing. INDO is another one that I bought around the 420s. It's just doing this little thing in this little range as well. It's an oil play. ONDS I saw on Friday. It has some interesting news. Let me read that. ONDS. Saw it coming up on Friday, and I don't know how or when it will really be really effective news. Friday's date was the 21st. So actually no, not the 21st. So this news back here, they're actually trying to have drones. So they're pretty much a robotics company, but they are trying to get drones into different types of infrastructure to do scanning and different things within cities, which I think will be cool. I was just trying to see what all that they had in store for it. Let me see if I can find that news. Provide Massachusetts Department of Transportation with the aeronautics division with smart city autonomous drone applications. Yeah, so like just kind of identifying different problems in the city with drones. Like there's a hole in the street. There's a light out here. There's something going on here. Just different drone surveillance applications that they're trying to do. But I don't know how or what that's going to end up entailing. But I on Friday I saw it come up and I was like, that's interesting. So I kind of just threw it on my swing list and just watching it. It is $1.92 right now, but I don't know what I'll have to look into it deeper to see what laws are trying. One of the laws got was it a law or a rule? I believe it was a rule about surveillance or something in that city that got cleared, and it's giving them another leg up to actually being able to put drones on the street. But yeah, I was looking at that one. Siri, what were you up here for? I think Siri was just a last week mover for some reason. Really not interested in Siri. AT&T though, I have been picking up AT&T. Of course, it hit the lowest lows that it's ever been in, or not ever been, but it's been since like the 1980s or something like that. Down here at the 1346. So I just been adding to my AT&T position in my other account, my dividend account. DWAC is another one that shot up yet last week. Came all the way up here to $25 and now is huddling around the 1903s. A little bit of low volume today. GRR was another one that had popped up the other day, made its way all the way down here to the 238s. And I kind of lost interest in that one. I mean, the initial bounce was cool, but just wasn't something that you could just continually play to the upside. Just didn't have that good enough catalyst to do any kind of continuation. GFAI was another one. Now, I put this line here last week. I didn't really know what it was going to be, but it looks like it may hold as support, but we'll see on the open if this thing wants to drop on through the 775s or something and get on under that. CEI was another one that we've seen before. It's an energy sector stock. Now, before the last energy run, CEI was the first thing to show any kind of action, any kind of like, higher or unusual volume, unusual gains. And that's what it had on Friday. And so I was looking at CEI. I was like, let me start looking at some energy stuff since CEI is getting some pops. As we are coming into, is this the end of summer yet? Yeah, working our way to the end of summer as heating appliances and heating devices are coming back into, or applications are coming back into play. I want to see what the energy sector is going to have for us into the winter time. And so yeah, I think the top watch will be AMC. I don't know if anything will compete with it. I mean, it's got 33 million shares traded. It's pretty much tripling everything else on the day. So interesting. But we have about 15 minutes to the bell. Do you guys have anything from last week that y'all are still watching or swinging from last week into this week? You brave, brave souls. Let's see. ONDS coming up and trying to gap fill there, but the volume is just super low on it.
Lori Lee. Nope.
Nope. Hmm. So I'm wondering what will be the reaction when it hits 575. Will this be some type of true bottom of support here, or will it go ahead and break through the 575 as well? Got plenty of resistance overhead. See if any of those sizes ended up moving down. We got 125,000 at 635. I think I'm only keep maybe like try to keep maybe like 5 or 6 of these lines because I don't want to get overcrowded. Even though I'm not looking to trade it, I don't like overcrowding. But sitting right above this little level here. Second time it's been down here. But on the hour chart, we still are in a nice descent here. 3 bar descent on the hours.
Jimis Lifestyle. Looking at TUP from Friday.
TUP, TUP. See TUP. Up 31%. 11 million shares traded on it. And let's see. Tupperware shares are trading higher on above average volume of amid retail investor interest. Okay. Let's see what TUP wants to do. What's the float on TUP? I forget. TUP. Float is looking like 38.58 million on TUP. Just make sure. So the float over here, shares float around 35. It's pretty close. Yep. It's about the same everywhere on TUP. $39. Outstanding shares. Outstanding. Where is it? Pretty high ratios right there. They must be bringing in a little bit of money. There's AMC finding a little bit of green, enticing. See if CEI can hold $1. Got 10 minutes to the bell. It's one of those mornings where it seems like time is slowing down a little bit. AMC just not really a super exciting looking chart, but that doesn't mean that it won't get crazy out of the open. I think I'm just gonna grab my popcorn and see what happens. See these levels get tested. What is $6 gonna become for it? Tup. Also, let me look at a daily chart on TUP. I didn't look at that. So TUP had a little bit of a gap down, 17 down here to 12. Another little gap down from 241 down here to the 138s. Came down here to a bottom of 61 cents and has a little top here of the 101. And it is now trading around the 119. Let me extend this to the left. Extend this to the left. It's got a top up here. Looks like 134. We'll see what it wants to do here. Nothing but space and opportunity. Now on the books, it does have some pretty big orders out here, but it is a cheaper stock. So we gotta look for something that is just irregular, something that's so big it doesn't even make sense. Which not really seeing on the level 2s yet. I see a bunch of 20s, but those are a little bit too common. Wait, what's that? Is that a 34? 39. So there's a 39,000 share position, almost a 40,000 share position. That's a little bit out of the norm. On the 108 on the bid. Are there any 40,000 share positions on this side? See, that's what I'm really looking for on some of these when I'm looking at the order books is imbalances. You know, can I find something like that on the other side? Is it balanced or what? I'm not really seeing any 40,000 shares. So I would just watch that 108 and see what kind of action happens at that 108. Going back towards 1. Make it a bounce off 1. All right, AMC now hard checking the 575, that little area there. I wanted to see if it was going to hold, but looking like it's getting forced down towards that and bouncing again off the 575s there. Eight minutes to the bell. All right, let's check back on the books and see if we can see anything moving. Too far. Okay, so we have, oh, that's way up there, $9. We ain't worried about no $9. 880 still too far away. 850s, 26. Can we see a 30 closer to it? Oh, there's a $8, 82,000 at $8. That's still a ways away. But that is irregular. 750 with 61,000 shares there. Getting a little closer. There's a 47. All right. And continue to try to press his way through that 575, finding a little bit of support at 575. You can look on the hour chart and see that this first wick back up from 572 up here to the 599s. And now this wick is right at that 574, and we're seeing a little bit of pressure pushing it back up there off that 575.
Donald. GFAI may continue from
GFAI.
Friday. Just watching.
GFAI. Got to get that volume in there. It doesn't even have 1 million shares traded yet. I'll be careful with that one. Especially with AMC sucking out all of the attention in the market. CEI came down to that 108 level, got through the 108 level that we saw that kind of curious sizing yet. Or was that TUP that we were looking at? I forget. Both of them are cheap. I think it was TUP, that 108 level. Less than 5 minutes to the bell. Finally. It's like on days where there's a lot of excitement, the bell comes like boom, it's just here. It's like, let's go. Right? But days that they're not, we come to a crawl. So this is another hole of this 575 level. This thing's almost to 40 million shares traded. 5 million more to go. Insane. Super thickly traded stock with a very small range. Can we see this thing back under the 570s? It'll be a nice sign of weakness, making a lower low. Looks like it's a little bit of a war coming into the open, back and forth between the 85s and whatever else the market just opened. Let's see where it wants to go, up or down. That was some very sad movement out of the open. Only a 1 cent spread here. So a new low will be below the 573s, 572 area. Mm-hmm. There it is, getting on down there. So it did crack that level. And now the test, I guess, would be to get back over the 570s. But looking like it's got a lot of selling. Big order down there at the 550s. 550 has an 85,000 share position there. Don't know if those are limit orders trying to get bought. If it starts to kind of act weird on that 550, maybe that's a level that's trying to get bought up, but not too sure right now. Getting right through the 550s though. Looking kind of dangerous. Woo! 530s. Well. All right, let's go with the TUP. TUP is going to be our next one that's kind of moving upwards. Up 50%. I see TUP and I see KOSS up 21%. Let me look at what that is. KOSS. What is costs? Wow, halted down on AMC. See if we get anything else. Right now, my scans are just looking like AMC, TUP, and costs. ONDS got down there quickly. DWAC continuing to push down as well. What is GFAI doing? GFAI. So this was the line that we had talked about earlier. I didn't know if it was going to be support or resistance. It's like, hey, maybe it can hold this, but getting on down there at this point, down 15% on the day, fully red on the day, no green in sight. So I don't know if I'll go long on that one, especially with no catalyst on the day. DWAC doing his thing to the downside, GRR to the downside. SPY is up from the 453s, back testing these highs of the 455s. Cost is about to fall off my scanner. Not strong enough. Let's see when AMC is unhalting. AMC halted at 9:32.24 to be unhalting at 9:37.24 in 3 minutes. TUP still holding that 50% up 15% since the open. top. What is Nicola losing a whole lot of value from last week? Let me edit this. Nicola down 14%, absolutely nosediving down towards the $2. Ape. What is Ape? Only down 5%. Got some volume, but not a lot of movement in there. I wish AT&T would slow down and come back down, bro. I want to add some more. It's going to be back over 15 in a little bit. So there's the open on AMC, dropping almost to $5. Big drops here. Down to 16% up on the day. So now it's not even looking like a favorable large percent gainer down here. Only up 14% on the day. Moving like or getting back to like a larger float type trading range of percent gain. Usually large floats, they get right around maybe a 10% gap up or something like that. But usually the low floats, they get the higher gains and hold those gains. But yeah, definitely cracking some nicks on AMC. Tesla finally pushing back on. DWAC continuing to pump down. Tesla taking a spot. Let's go ahead and edit DWAC and put in Tesla. And
Driftar.
NIO.
Morning, y'all.
Good morning, good morning.
Driftar. Good vibes.
A lot of downwards movement on AMC and all of these. So AMC definitely took quite a bit of a dump through this 570. See if it'll continue to take them on down through the day. One thing I hate to see is when stocks kind of trade within the pennies. Instead of going like 28, 29, they start trading like within the sub pennies of a penny. I'm like, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it. TUP still pushing on up 73%, really taking the top position as a percent gainer. Maybe not in volume, but definitely doing more work than AMC right now. Up 34% out of the open.
Hi SB.
163 is getting hit. Let me look back at this daily chart on TUP. So what we had talked about earlier, I had put some levels out here. And it looks like it's crossed all those levels. And the 189-ish, looking like a nice little top up here that it's heading to. We'll see what a pullback looks like on it, though. If it gets up there too fast, it's only 20 more cents up there. It could be facing a double top, what looks like a double top formation, right under this previous gap down, or this previous gap that it tried to fill. I just can't imagine how many people saw AMC last night or over the weekend. They were like, "Oh my goodness, why didn't I buy AMC the first time? Why?" And so they bought it this morning with limit orders. They were like, "Man, I'm not gonna miss this. I'm gonna go ahead and get in, and this thing's gonna take me to the moon." And then they wake up and they're down because it's only been going down. It filled their limit and then down, 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 down. It was really just the profitable position for the people that were already in, that were already kind of diamond handing it. So this is what my BMR trade is looking like now. I hope it will go ahead and break out. It's got a little top here at the $2.99, $3. It's back up to the 280s once again. I'm looking for it to just push back over the threes and start getting a nice little uptrend. We had a stop here at the $2, and then we had another stop here right around the 240s. And it continues to show a little bit of consolidation in here. Just looking for that move outward on Biomed Realty. KOSS absolutely dying. Back to the downside. Not too worried about that. Only 2 million shares traded anyway. GF, what is phase? FAZE up 34%, but it's a cheaper one. If you have a strategy for cheaper ones, I guess this will be one for you. We'll look into the news here. Only 50 cents. Phase, sources, Phase Clan. Oh, Phase Clan. Isn't that like a gaming clan? I think. Phase Clan eyeing 2 acquisition offers. Sports Business Journal says evaluating offers from GameSquare and Enthusiast Gaming. Yeah, that is the gaming group, Phase. I didn't even know they had any kind of IPO. Here it is on the daily chart. Hit a high up here of 63 cents. I don't know. I mean, it's not just life changing for anybody. So I don't know about Phase. Only 2 million shares traded. AMC continuing downwards. Previous bottom is $5 even. So let's see if that $5 gets another test. TUP pulling back as well. Still above VWAP. VWAP is currently at the 147s, right under the 150s.
Donald. No press release on TUP.
No press release on TUP. Yeah, it says it's just up because of investor interest. Wait, let me see what Tupperware is. That a cyclical, consumer cyclical? I think it may be TUP profile. Yeah, consumer cyclical packaging and containers. I really don't like consumer cyclical because basically the things that do good, they have their own environments. Like people don't always buy super expensive cars. People don't always buy super expensive stuff. And so depending on where your product is, whether it's like more of a necessity or not, it just affects the price a little bit too much and it affects the revenue too much for me. I like those more consistent things, but I mean, I guess for a short term play, Tupperware could have blessed somebody on the day. It's just I don't know, not my taste. AMC fighting VWAP has moved all the way down to the 534. So the average buying price that people are well, this is based on the candles, but the average buying price is 534 when it was trading at around what 880s. Nobody wants to buy yet. So I would say just give it today to play out. If it does consolidate on lows, I mean, it may give another opportunity tomorrow or something like that. But right now, it's on a mission to kill everybody that was long on it or was long on it today. They're catching all of those shares being sold by the people that were already in it. NKLA came down here to the 213s and popped back up. 19 million shares on that one. I also see APLD, but that one is, I don't know about that one. Let's get it up. APL, oops, LD. APLD popped up there 25%. Let me see if it has any news. Applied Digital, so they released their revenue. They took a Q4 loss, 7 cents per share, Q4 loss, and that's pretty much all of their news. Applied Digital reports fiscal fourth quarter, Q4 adjustment, Q4 revenue, Q4 loss. Actually, no, they didn't. Wait. This reads different. It says Applied Digital sees fiscal year 24 revenue of 385 million to 405 versus the 308 estimate. So that's not a loss. That's a future estimate of what they can do. But I don't know about trading on something that they can do. I want to see what you're doing now. AMC continued to bottle down towards the $5, maybe below $5 here soon. Up, getting back down towards the 150. I'm gonna clear APLD. It just doesn't really I don't know about trading things on expectations for a year in advance. Are people really gonna be that excited to wait for 2024 and hold it from 953, hold it through whatever drop this about to do, all the way until next year? I don't know, man. That just doesn't seem good. Phase continuing down as well. Under 19, so not even holding its gains there. CEI struggling on the dollar. AT&T still right at the 15s. SPY making a move down as well from the 454s down here towards the 453.50s. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this one off of here. It's just trash. Ape. pretty harsh pullback on top. Right to that 150, made it all the way down here. So you could see some bounces here on the 150 since this is VWAP and it is a lower price stock. Could see some bounces. Let's look on the level 2s for the bid. So we see a 32,000 share position there on the 150 holding this thing up. So I'm wondering what is well, I guess it already tested that 150, but that is a big size sitting there, 35 and then a 15 in front of it and a 10 behind it. So that's what, almost 50 something, 50,000 shares right there that need to be tested. Let's look on the top side. We have 170 up here with 22,000 shares. And that seems to be the biggest thing above it at 22. So 150 definitely looking like a little bounce point. AMC under $5 now. Breaking to new lows. Only up 11% with 65 million shares traded on it. So maybe tomorrow more buyers will be interested, but definitely the professionals are like, let's let this thing play out. Let's not rush into this. SQQ, TQQ popping up there, getting a little bit of volume. SQ or TQQ going down quite a bit. SQQ should be going straight up. Yeah, these are inverses of each other. As the SPY is coming down, SQQ is going up. And then TQQ is also following the SPY there. Let's see if the SPY is still going down. Yeah, TQQ right with the SPY. Has a low break here of the 42.61 and is working its way on down through the 42.50s. And the SQQ is going crazy. From 17 up to 18. TUP continuing to hold this 150 up. Looking at the size has gone down here in this level. It was 35,000 right here at the 150s, and now it's down to like 14. So they lost a little bit of weight there at the 150. We'll see how that holds. And they got a 23,000 at the 145. So it looks like they're moving down. I don't know if it's because of fear or what. Still up 82%, 40% since the open. Catching up with AMC pretty quickly too. AMC right on the $5 level. Top. Not much range on TUP. Only a little 10-cent bounce right there, unless, 10 cents is enough for you. But how many times is it going to give it a 10-cent retracement like that is a question. AMC back over 5, holding up the 5s now. New bottom end at the 486 could be a possible level of holding. Not too sure though. Everything up above it, I'm not too sure about any of these anymore. I'm getting rid of all these. But as far as the sellers go, looking like there was a drop off from the 587s down here to the 487. So it's about $1 range in here for it to trade around. VWAP right now is at the 525-ish area. So just hovering right above the $5 level. All right, coming back down to the 550s. And that size just is not coming back to that 150, or not the 550, the 150 level. Not seeing that size there anymore. And the size below it, which was at 23,000, has gone down to 20,000. So a lot of scared bids there, moving their bids down with every time that it fails to do what it wants them to do, or do what they want it to do. There's the drop through. Nice. Drop through all the way down to that position of the 145s. And now we don't see any of those big sizes. So that is not good. The next big size is at the 122 right here. 122 level. Anyway, I'm going to continue to watch AMC. I don't know if I'm going to try to swing that or not. Probably not today. I want to see what the lows is going to be, especially with this nice momentum downwards. If I'm going to swing it, I'm going to start with a super small position and then just play it like that. But I don't know if I'm going to do that anyway. I'm much more interested in the low floats. As for TUP, it's testing down the 150s, losing the size, losing that aggressive buying. So we'll see what that does under the 150s. Nicola, kind of trash, but yeah, a lot of these are just not super aggressive on this morning. Anyway, if you guys are interested, we have the Discord for when we aren't on stream. I'll drop that link real quick. Surprised it didn't already drop.
Donald. TUP following ANC.
TUP is following ANC. Oops. I don't know if it's
Donald.
following it.
TUP following AMC.
That's I don't know, maybe. Could be something there, or it could just be a weak day in the market and everything is kind of following the SPY, which is going down. That's what I would think. Both of them are following the SPY rather than them following each other. Edit. Okay, I'll drop that link in there. So that's the Discord. When we're not streaming or whatnot, you'll see that Discord be the spot where everybody kind of hangs out. If you find any articles, you find anything new or something like that, or you have a thesis or analysis that you just want to other people to have eyes on and be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. Whatever, that kind of thing. But it's just a chill spot where we can kind of communicate off stream. But anyway, I'm about to get ready to go to my meeting this morning. If you're going to continue trading, definitely keep your head on a swivel. And as always, I will see you guys on Wednesday. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays. I'll see you guys on Wednesdays. If I take a trade on Tuesday or Thursday, I try to record it, try to get that posted. But we'll see. Anyway, that is it for today. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Lori Lee. Bye.